Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Let's go now. 30 base. Mark 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the safety. Ready?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
He's high. He's the 4. Hey. High 7. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Hayward. General West.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
50, plant. Hey, here we go. Play. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, wahoo. Go.
52 is the mic right here.
Operating from the gun, Eason. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Vernon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go, go. Smooth.
Mike 52.
Hey, rock to go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready?
From the gun, Eason. He finds his target. It's Schultz. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. Complete. Smith has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
2nd and 5. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Eason. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. David Njoku. 82 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Come on,
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet.
80 weapons.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
You gonna see me and you like me. Bravo. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, shoot.
Second and 1. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll look to throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Running with Elliott. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
On 2nd down now, Vernon, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. On first down, Vernon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. The almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Looking to throw. Eason. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Back to throw. Eason. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 19 yards away. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch the pass. 52 to go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
60 Pittsburgh.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely...
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
This is taken at the 23. Oh, and now some space to operate. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A 77-yard punt return as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Go.
On second down, Vernon. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vernon, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run on first down. Vernon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he rifles one incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Eason. It's caught. Smith. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Back to the air on second down. Eason. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
70, Indy. Cut. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Echo. Look at me. Zipper.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Second and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
52's the mic. It's out top. It's out.
To throw on third down. Eason toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run with Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, Vernon. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put him on travel. Take 4
now.
On second down now, Vernon. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a give, right side. Vernon. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Yes. Hey, Haywood.
Target. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Watch the pass.
Ready?
From the gun, Eason. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. That'll go down as a 92-yard punt return score, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Eason. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards there, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey. Hey, wahoo! Look, squeeze. 5.
2nd and 13. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Lucky.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check 15.
Look at me. Door.
2nd and 4. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Caught by number 12. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Ready to go. Now.
Motion.
Sit up. Get it.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back to throw. And Allen's got it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking long for time. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for our visitors, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week, as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.